Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. This is Adobe Live, and I am your host, Chris Blackstock. This is day 2 with Noa Aspen. Hi, Noah. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good.
Awesome to hear. Very excited for today. Just want to welcome everybody to Adobe Live Pride Week. This week, we're celebrating the creativity for all from the LGBTQI plus community. So everybody's welcome. We're so excited to have you, Noah. This is going to be so much fun. Today is also the artist spotlight. This is the time when we get to spotlight artists from our Behance community and the art community. If you guys look in the chat, you will see the artist spotlight tab. You can go in there, fill out the form, vote for somebody, vote for yourself, get one of your friends on here, and we can spotlight them, hype them, get people to their page and see their awesome art. So we're going to be doing that about an hour and a half into the segment. Also, thank you everybody on chat for coming all the time. Everyone is so awesome there, contributing all your questions. We've got Wade moderating for us today. So if you guys have any questions or anything, please just let us know, let Noah know. We always love to answer those and get everybody to contribute to these live things, because it's what makes it fun. It's what makes it live, right? This is the best part. So Noah, reintroduce yourself. Let us all know who you are again. Show us a little bit of your work. Let's go over day 1, and then we can talk about what we're going to do today at day 2.
All right, cool. So hi everyone. My name is Noah. My pronouns are they, he. I am a queer trans artist, and I am also Black and Indigenous and a person of color, and I'm really, really happy to be here today. What's pulled up here is my Instagram, which is aspen.aspirations. This is where I post a lot of my work, a lot of my digital work. Today I wanted to show you a few of my pieces that I've done for commissions. This was one of my friends playing the guitar, which was really, really fun to do. I also have done this for a lo-fi artwork that is under the Instagram Lo-Fi Study Till I Die. And this was so fun to do. I just had so much fun doing all the little details in it and getting to play around with the colors in the background. And I had another, oh my gosh, yes. So I have a meet the artist on there as well with things that I love. I have my astrology information, which I know we were talking about yesterday in the chat. Yes. Chris, did you find out what your sign is?
I think it's Taurus. I want to say nope, I gotta figure it out.
Oh, yep.
I looked it up. I did look it up.
I believe you.
I forgot it.
And then I also have a few of my favorite pieces in this post as well. So definitely check it out. And yeah, I'm really happy that we are here again today. Last time we did some prompts. Let me see.
I was gonna say, do you have that file? It'd be awesome to look at.
I do. We did some prompts. We went through about 13 of them, I think, and then I chose 3 of them for y'all to vote on in my Instagram to see which one we would do today. And so I had you vote between Sidewalk Chalk. We had the boyfriends over here. And then we also had the dinosaur lesbian tea party. And they were fairies. They were fairy, and the dinosaurs are miniature. And that is the one that everyone chose.
Good choice.
It was a good choice. I agree. It has a lot going on here. And I sketched it out for us last night. And we're going to turn it into a full piece today. Anything that doesn't get done today, I will be either posting on my Instagram, or maybe if there's a good amount to do, I'll do a Twitch stream of it. But yeah,
awesome.
I'm really excited to get started.
Yeah, no, we're excited for you.
Yeah.
We want to see this in action.
The first thing I'm going to do is lower the opacity on my sketch so that when I'm doing my line work, I can see it a lot better. Oh, boop. And then over here, I have a few brushes favorited. I
And
have
just real quick,
the
Noah, we're in Adobe Fresco, correct?
yes. Thank
Okay, I
you
just
so
want to
much.
I just want to make sure.
I appreciate that. Yes, we're in Adobe Fresco. I'm using some vector brushes to do my line work and color today. And these are my favorites. I have the round brush, the taper, the begin taper, and the end taper. Right now, I am going to be using the taper brush, and I'm also going to be using like a darkish purple to line it. And the reason why I'm using a darkish purple to line it is because I want to set it to multiply later. Okay. And then it'll be like the same color as my colors underneath. Gotcha. Or like a darker version of the colors underneath. It's like my favorite little hack. I used to like when I first started doing digital art, I used to literally change colors every single time that I was like drawing something where I was like, okay, this isn't the color that I want it to be, you know? Yes. And so, yeah, I'm really glad that I don't do that anymore.
You learn how to work smarter, not harder.
Yes.
Yeah, the more hours you put in, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't change every line.
It's also helped. I follow a lot of like art accounts on Instagram, and also I follow a lot of art accounts on TikTok, and they will just like post their own little hacks that they have.
Yeah, no, it's been awesome. Obviously with the internet, but especially social media. I feel like so many creatives share so many great tips, and obviously here on Adobe Live too. So
I was literally about to say that.
Great place to learn tons of tips every day. We've got so many amazing creatives on here, always sharing. So
yeah, no, I think that is a wonderful way to like learn new things about the program that you like to use to draw, or new programs that you want to learn how to use. I'm tilting this a bit more because I kind of want it to look like it's about to fall off of his head.
Gotcha.
It's gonna be cute.
Julia Judkins says good morning.
Good morning,
little rainbow
Julia.
And a star.
Hello. I'm glad that you're here. I remember that you were here yesterday.
Yes, that's right. You chose one of the numbers as well.
Yeah.
Annika Agarwal said, "Oh my God, these look amazing."
Love thank you.
Froggo.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That frog was really cute. I agree. Yeah. Let me lower this.
And Michaela Nardia says, "Let's go, lesbians! Let's go!"
Yes.
Excited.
I know the lesbians won.
It was a close race.
It was.
Oh, nice. I like that. Almost gonna spill it.
Yeah. He doesn't know it's on his head.
So is this the CHAInosaur?
This one is not going to be the CHAInosaur, only because when Wade was talking about it, it was when I was drawing the T-Rex. So the T-Rex is going to be the CHAInosaur.
Okay.
I was thinking of designing this one that I'm inking after like a matcha latte or something. Perfect. Or green tea. We could say green tea since it's a tea party. Yeah. Look at him. He's having such a good time. He said, I just want to be here. I'm actually gonna bring the smoothing up a little bit. Just for his neck. I want it to. Oh wait, that wasn't smoothing. That was the size. There we go.
Okay, I was just gonna ask you, do you use any type of stabilizing, or so there's like a smoothing?
Yeah. It I don't know, it makes it feel like really clean to me, and I just
Oh
like the
yeah.
way that it looks.
Well, it can be hard to with a tablet. Sometimes it can be hard to get those clean lines and get a little bit of jitter, because you don't
Right.
have that same friction that you would have with canvas or paper.
Right.
So yeah,
It's
and
super
also
helpful.
some people just also don't have as steady of a hand either. So
Yeah.
it kind of allows you to make lines that maybe would be more difficult to make, or just, what if you drank too much coffee that day?
Right, exactly. Which we
Yeah,
all do. I have my iced coffee
yeah.
with me,
There you
as I
go.
did yesterday. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know.
Something that was fun was that I got to, like, some people came into my Instagram and commented after the live ended yesterday. And one of those people was the person who asked for number 14, which ended up being the iced coffee at the end.
Nice.
And when I looked at their profile, I literally drew them. Like it was the same person. And I was like, oh my gosh,
That's
wild.
so funny. That's so funny.
Also going back to smoothing, and you talking about that, like not everyone has the same steadiness in their hands. I think that's like a really cool point to bring up, because like accessibility is so important, and like,
Yeah.
yeah, it just because someone does not have as steady of a hand as someone else, that doesn't mean that
Hmm.
they can't draw.
Right, which could be you just don't have a steadier hand, or it could
Mm-hmm.
be there's like a disability or something that
Mm-hmm.
you're trying to overcome with the drawing. And so yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. That is the best part with digital tools is and I think more and more developers are really thinking about that accessibility when they're making this type of software. So
Which is
yeah,
so cool.
Fresco's great. It's the more and more I see of it and people use it, the more I'm impressed.
Yeah. I also want to continue the conversation of accessibility, because something that digital art in general is really helpful with is like, then I don't have to buy like a whole set of paints, and I don't have to continue to replenish them. I don't have to buy a bunch of different types of markers and pens and everything. I buy like the tablet that I draw with, the pen, and then the program, and then I can create.
Yeah, there's like a fine line of initial investment is more, but in the end it's much cheaper. And it's you can usually find ways to get these tools, even if it might be out of your price range, or there might be ways to make payments or something. It does
Mm-hmm.
feel like you can find a way to kind of get these things. And yeah, in the end it's like you can use it anywhere. There's no cleanup, there's no mess.
Oh my gosh,
It's always ready
yes.
to go. So there's a lot of things that are pretty cool
Sometimes
with
the
it.
cleanup is what keeps me from creating. I'm like,
Oh
oof.
yeah, setup, cleanup. I mean, especially with painting, it can be a lot, and
Yeah.
just to have the space for it, it can be really tough.
Yeah, the space. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize until I became more of a full-time artist that you need so much space to keep your things. And I
Yeah,
was like, oh, I live in an apartment.
right. Uh, Wade chimed in with the T-Rex. If that wasn't
Oh, a
obvious for us,
T-Rex.
it's a T-Rex. We should just should T-Rex, the CHAInosaur.
The
That's what he's.
dinosaur.
Thank you, Wade. You came in early. Came in early with the puns.
Keep them coming. It might give us ideas.
And I don't think we checked yesterday, but if everyone in the chat wants to let us know where they're signing in from and hanging out,
Yeah.
we'd love to hear where you guys are from. And it's always fun to kind of know I'm here in LA, you're in Sacramento.
Yes.
It's really cool when you find out there's people from all over the world hanging out with us.
Yeah. So. Please tell me where they're from when they start typing. And yes. One of the things that was really cool for me was that like my portfolio tells me like where people sign in from. Like there'll be like a new visitor from, Kentucky or something. Gotcha, yeah. And I had people literally from around the world visiting my portfolio yesterday, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool.
Yeah, it's very cool. Ray Lancashire's from London, England.
Ooh.
Hello, Ray. Barbara H. Ulsher is from Nashville, home of creativity.
Yes.
Music City, USA, very much so. Taylor Grigio's from Las Vegas.
Yes. Got some cartoony steam coming off of the teacups.
It's watching that brush, it's almost like a snake, right?
It's so satisfying.
That's very cool. Wade's coming in from Jackson, Missouri. Is it Missouri?
Oh, okay. I thought it was gonna be Jacksonville, like Florida.
Oh, sorry, maybe that's Mississippi. Am I saying the right? MS is Mississippi. Sorry. I think Missouri's MI.
I don't know them either. It's fine.
Or Michigan. Jeez, I'm failing right now, guys. Okay. Steve Festus Casaboom is from New Zealand. Hey, Steve. He's on here all the time. How's it going? I know Kiwi. Mississippi. I messed up, Wade. Sorry.
Oh wait, that was wrong. There we go.
Corrado Bianchetti is from Italy.
Ooh. Everyone was going to Italy for a second there. I felt like our like collective hive mind was like, let's all go to Italy and New York. That was like
sounds wonderful.
Also, just so everyone knows what I did right here, I used the lasso tool to select a very specific area that I wanted to erase, and then I just erased it so that I could get like super close in and I didn't have to worry about like changing the size of my eraser or anything.
Gotcha.
And then I deselected it. I feel like we can see his... Wait. Okay, let me draw the table so that I can know if I can see his feet. Because if I don't have to draw T-Rex feet, that would be like really cool.
Yeah, you'd be amazed the tricks that so many famous artists use to kind of avoid painting or drawing things that they don't want to paint or draw.
Right. The classic like hand in the pocket, and you're like, oh yeah, the other hand.
Well, somebody do you know the artist Frank Frazetta?
No, I don't.
Did a lot of fantasy art. Kind of like Conan, Dungeons and Dragons kind of thing,
Oh, okay,
kind of
cool.
Back in I think it was like 60s, 70s, 80s. Incredible oil figure painter. But you start to realize that he hides all of his feet and a lot of his characters and paintings.
Really?
And it's funny because I never thought about it. I remember watching the documentary on it. I was like, he does do that. And I started looking at all these paintings. It's like, he barely draws feet. They're in a swamp or a pile of, corpses or, some dragons. It's like,
that's amazing.
There's no feet to be found. So it's, it's how clever can you be and kind of knowing your strengths. It's like, yes, you want to challenge yourself, but also, you kind of know your limits sometimes.
You're like, I can't do feet. So
yeah, I'm not doing it. Still practicing.
That's okay. Not everyone needs to do feet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make this a fancy teacup. The handle's gonna do that.
Ooh.
Not everyone has the same teacup. Maybe this one will have a design on it.
I like that though. I like the eclectic tea party.
Yes. They found all of these at thrift stores, and That's why they're all different.
I like it.
Maybe this
Where
one
did they
is...
find the dinosaurs?
The dinosaur said we were always here. We were just miniature.
There we go. And you add tea to them and they go. Whoop.
Exactly. Yeah, they said the only way we could get bigger is if you throw us a tea party. So that's what these lesbian fairies are doing, which is so sweet.
Oh, I forgot they're
them.
fairies too.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't really tell because it's a sketch, but there's like giant mushrooms back here.
And I'm starting
these
to see
are going to be like,
now.
Yeah. And like these are going to be like blades of grass, you know?
Gotcha.
Yeah, they're like teeny tiny. This one. This will have hearts on it. Perfect.
Now, do you mostly draw on the iPad, or?
I do. Yeah, I want to eventually get a tablet so that I can like draw straight onto the computer. That's like the goal.
Yeah.
But right now I draw on my iPad, my trusty iPad. I've had it for like a few years now. We were talking about this before stream, but I've been drawing digitally since about 2017, 2018. And when I first started, I was just using my finger on my phone. It was a journey. I look at some of my old pieces and I get to like be excited about how far I've come.
Yeah.
A lot of times you'll actually see it if you choose to like look at my Instagram a bit, but I will redraw pieces like sometimes once a year, or I'll like find a piece that I did like a long time ago and redraw it just because I like to be like, look at how different I do this now.
Yeah, it's cool to kind of show the adventure, like the, you know, how you got there, and you know, it's like there I was and here I am now, and how things have changed. Your skill level is increased. It's good motivation for you and for other people as well to kind of see. It's like even when you start out, you know, just a little bit of time and practice, and you can start to make the things that you see in your head, you can make them come out on paper.
Yes. Do you remember the first time that you like successfully drew something that you saw in your head?
Oh boy. I don't know if I have a specific memory. I've been drawing since I was probably about 3 or 4, and I still remember some of my first drawings. But I used to copy sticker packs that I would get from the grocery store or whatever. Yeah, I remember it'd always be like these little dogs and like superheroes and like other weird things, and I would just, even like army men that they would have, and I would just sit and copy them into my sketchbook and like create scenes. I never used the stickers. I would just copy the stickers.
I love that. I had a SpongeBob joke book that I would copy from. I got so good at drawing SpongeBob. I would just look at the picture and then I would draw it next to me.
Were the jokes any good?
Maybe for my like 9-year-old mind, yeah. I'm sure if I looked at them now, I'd be like, no, these are just like Wade's puns, you know?
It's bad. Wade, you could have a career as a joke book writer. I feel like Wade could create a dad joke book.
Oh my gosh, that would be amazing.
It would be a bestseller.
Yes.
Just leave
all right,
everything
you gotta do
else
it now.
behind, Wade.
Yes.
Make the dad joke book.
Get famous. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what Wade thinks about that.
Annika agrees. Thank you.
Good. Validation.
Wade says, oh wow, I hate it. Let's do it.
Yes.
Thought
That's
you'd be
the
happy
energy
about
I
that.
need. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Love doing hands.
It's good. Not a lot of people do.
Oh, I was being sarcastic.
Oh. I didn't pick it up. Sorry. I love this.
I'm like, ooh.
Yeah. Go bury my head.
Right.
Hello.
Where
Yeah, no, hands are very difficult. There's so many different shapes within the hand and the rhythm, and I've been drawing them for so long and I still feel like I get them
You're like
wrong constantly.
sweating, trying to get them on the paper. What was I doing? What was the goal with I like
that.
I don't know where
What's up with the sketch?
Yes. I'm like, how did I do that hand, Noah?
It almost looks like there was two arms.
Yes, I agree.
Involved.
It does. Was I just like, pick one? We'll see. Okay. I'm gonna just do this myself.
I was gonna say, there you go.
I did want her arm to be wider though. There we go. And then I'll just get rid of this guy right here. Boop, boop, boop.
Okay.
There we go. And now I'm just gonna repeat
a quick
that.
adjustment.
Yeah. That's why the sketches are not where you have to go with your piece. I think that
it's guidelines, right? But
yeah,
it's loose guidelines.
Exactly. You can always change things. Like there's people who do their sketches and then they'll change entire expressions or add something completely new to it, so you can literally do anything with your sketch. Your sketch is like a suggestion to yourself. I'm low-key sketching these hands and then I'm going to connect them because I'm like,
yeah, that's fine.
What do I want? Okay.
Well, and sometimes, like you said, it's like you got an idea, you got the sketch down, but then as you're working on it, maybe some things haven't worked themselves out just yet, and you kind of have to nudge them a little bit.
Yeah. When you draw cartoons, or do you draw? You said you do comics. Do you draw more
I do a lot of stylistic characters and concept character. Yeah. So yeah, I definitely do some crazy exaggerations. And
I was gonna ask, do you do 4 fingers or 5?
Depends.
Yeah.
If it's human characters, I'll usually do 5. It's for some, it's like alien creatures, or depending on the simplicity of the character, I might reduce the amount of fingers just because it helps with the design. It can get complicated, right? If you have five fingers on there, it can get a little too complex if you're going for big bold shapes. And so, but yeah, just depends.
I hear you.
But I mean, that's the thing is when you're doing stylistic, and you're really pushing it, as long as it reads, it doesn't really matter, right?
Right.
It's about making it look appealing to you or appealing to somebody else. And so I think as long as people aren't looking at it and they're like, what is that?
Yeah, I agree.
It's a hand. Those are fingers.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Sometimes like I do the thing where like the character is doing this and then I just lump these together as like one thing. And I'm like,
that's
you know what that is.
That's a great design trick. Yeah, no, completely. Yeah, you can, you have a breakaway shape, one of the fingers breaks away from the, that's.
I love that. I think it looks so cool.
They do that a lot with, cartoons and stylized comics. And even with, the comic I'm working on is pretty realistic. But even then, as I'm designing hands, you're grouping fingers together and it just looks better design wise.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have a cut like that for the shirt. And then she has like a little, what are these called?
A headband?
Yeah.
Or no, is that like a little cap?
No, it is a headband, but it's like bandana.
Oh, bandana. Okay.
Yes. She has a little bandana.
A headscarf.
Yeah, headscarf. Oh my gosh, she's adorable and she knows it.
Well, we are officially 30 minutes into the stream. Very exciting. Hi, everyone. Welcome. This is day 2 with Noa Aspen. And
hello.
Yesterday we had Pride prompts and we had people choose numbers that would reveal different ideas that Noa went ahead and sketched. After that, they were chosen on the Instagram between 3 of which one we were going to do. Ended up choosing, of course, the lesbian dinosaur tea party. Who wouldn't want to see that be drawn? So today we're going to do a final drawing and painting, hopefully if we've got enough time. And also we're going to be doing an artist spotlight today, about an hour and a half into the stream. So welcome everybody. If you're on YouTube, hi everybody joining us on Behance Live. Comment in the chat. If you guys have any questions, please ask Noa. We love the questions
you have.
Yeah, ask the hardest questions. make us uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Let's get awkward.
No. We're like, I think we have to end the stream.
Yeah. But this is Adobe Live Pride Week, and so we're really excited to have Noa on. And this is already adorable, I think is the right word for this one.
I appreciate it.
And we're getting in with the lashes.
Yeah.
Those nice details.
She deserves them. Oh no. There we go. Look at them. Oh my gosh. Amazing.
It's pretty cute. I dig the eyebrows too.
Thank you. I do such thick eyebrows for all of my characters. And it's actually something that I think is a really cool, it's just something I've noticed with a lot of artists where I'm like, you draw what you see in yourself on your original characters a lot of the times. I'll see people who their nose is shaped a certain way, and so a lot of their characters have noses that look like their nose, for me, I have really thick eyebrows, and all of my characters have thick eyebrows. Even if I'm trying to make eyebrows thin, there's a lot of times when I'll finish a commission and the person messages me and they're like, hey, can you make the eyebrows a little bit thinner? And I'm like, yeah, I got you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, fine. Okay.
If you say so, they look really good though.
Yeah. You mean thicker?
Right.
Of course.
I could do that for you.
Taylor asks, what kind of dinosaur is your favorite?
Mine, so when I was a kid, I feel like it was such a tie between this guy right here, it's Brachiosaurus, right?
Yeah.
And Triceratops, of course, the classic, you know.
That is a good one. Yes, the Triceratops is a very cool Ceratops.
Yes.
Dinosaur.
What about you?
Oh boy, I've got so many now because my son is 5 and he is
That's the
heavily into dinosaurs, and so now I've learned about so many. There's this one that's pretty crazy that I really love. It's called a Therizinosaurus.
Okay.
And it has giant claws that it uses to dig with.
What?
And it is the craziest looking dinosaur. It's like a giant lizard sloth.
That's so cool.
Look it up. Therizinosaurus. It's a crazy one.
All right, chat. Tell me what it looks like. Does it look like a sloth? A dinosaur sloth?
Dinosaur lizard sloth.
Dinosaur lizard sloth. That's really cool.
There's a great new documentary on Apple TV Plus right now called Prehistoric Planet, hosted by the great David Attenborough.
All right.
And it's 5-part miniseries all about kind of like the new findings of dinosaurs and like updated scientific research, and it's incredible. I mean, it's the footage, the computer graphics they use to model the dinosaurs. It's really awesome. So if you guys like dinosaurs, check it out.
That's so cool. I used to watch. Oh, go ahead. Did someone say something?
Oh, I was just saying, Julie was asking how much of your dino favorites were inspired by The Land Before Time.
Oh my gosh, I loved that TV show. So probably the Brachiosaurus love came from Land Before Time because of Littlefoot. That was his name, I think.
Littlefoot. Yeah. Littlefoot.
He was a cutie.
He had Sarah.
Triceratops.
Yeah. Ducky.
Ducky was adorable.
Ducky was Petrie.
Yes. That's so funny. Like as an adult being like, oh, that's why they called him that, you know?
Yeah. Okay. It's all making sense now.
Yeah.
Ray Lancashire was asking, does your star sign relate to your creativity?
I feel like it can relate to, so by the way, I'm a Gemini. I kind of feel like it can relate to how I really go with the flow when I'm drawing. Like I don't get super stuck on how anything is supposed to look. Sometimes like the drawings are like, no, we're actually gonna look like this now, and you're like, oh, okay, you know. So I feel like being an air sign and being able to adapt to different changes, it comes out in my art. But that was a cool question. No one's ever asked me that before.
It's a great answer.
Thank you.
So I think I remembered the sun sign, right? That's like the main one that everybody knows, right?
Yes,
so that one's Taurus for me.
Right.
And then I think the moon sign was Capricorn.
Okay.
And I can't remember what is it? The ascending?
Yeah, you're rising.
Rising. Okay, I'll have to look that one up. I looked it up. I was so proud. I was like, I'm gonna bring it up. And totally
got to screenshot it next time so that you have it.
Blew it.
It's okay next time. The next stream you're on, it's like not even us, and you're like, hey, I would like to bring this up really quick.
Yeah. Noah, if you're watching.
Right. Yes.
Can I FaceTime you during the stream so that everybody
absolutely, and I'll be like, hey.
It's Noah. She was wondering what my rising sign was.
Right. All right, let's see. So this person is in my brain wearing like a sheer top on top of their outfit. So the shirt, like the shirt that they're wearing is long sleeve and it's like close to their body, but then on the outside there's gonna be a sheer top that has like flowers and butterflies in it. That's like the vision.
Okay.
Because they're a fairy.
I can dig it.
boop, boop, boop.
That is very fair, very ethereal.
Exactly.
Light.
Yes, that's the goal. And they're holding their little teapot. Cool.
So this is all be done with vector brushes, right?
Yeah, all of the line work I've been doing is with vector brushes. I'm probably also going to color with them too. I just really like them. They make me happy.
Well, and I'm assuming it vectorizes everything, which allows you to kind of make this piece as big as you want, which is pretty awesome as well.
So cool. It's it's really nice. Working with pixels is like really hard when you're trying to get things a certain size.
Yeah, you kind of just have to make it, you just have to work big.
Yeah.
It's kind of your only option, which can be tough with, especially with the iPad.
Yeah.
Because it can be limited with kind of how big you can make some of your pieces or how many layers you can use. And
yes, it does limit the layers, which is also very hard because then you're like, okay, I guess I'll merge these ones and I'll get rid of this one, you know?
Got to make some tough decisions.
Yeah.
Julia says, I missed your intro, Noah. What are your pronouns? I love your art.
My pronouns are they, he. Thank you so much for asking. I appreciate it. All right. I think I'm going to do the sheer top on a different layer. So I'm going to leave this like this for now. I think I want to do their wings on a different layer too. I want to fix this line. And make it more down here. Oh, and their little doilies.
Gotta have doilies.
You gotta
have the doilies. Were these the original coasters before?
I think so, right? Everyone just had doilies and they were like, well, that doilies, works.
Yeah.
Do they like do doilies what's it called? Do you have to like throw them away after a certain amount of uses? Is that how they work?
I think you just wash them. I think.
Yeah.
Like hand wash them, I believe. I think
don't we all have doilies?
I think my grandma had some doilies.
Yeah. I know my grandma had doilies. I had my great grandma like would literally crochet like doilies, which was really cool.
Yeah, that's the best part. Julia's asking what the benefit of using multiple layers.
So what's really cool about using multiple layers is that you can. Okay, so I'm done with this layer, right? So if I make a new layer like I just did, I can bring it like underneath my line art. And then if I want to start drawing their wings, okay? Let's say I mess up and I'm like, oh, I went like too far into the hair. I didn't want to go that far. I can erase anything I want to without touching the other line work that I did because it's not on the same layer. So it's like very helpful.
It's a nice almost preservation tool.
Mm-hmm.
Be like, okay, I want to preserve these lines, but I need to draw with them, and how can I? So creating a new layer helps. So you're not manipulating the other layer at all. And also to set things back, right? Behind.
Yes.
Like once you start coloring, You can set a
Mhm.
layer behind another layer, so you don't
And I
have
don't
to
have to worry
color
about
it
touching
just
my line
perfect. You can
art.
just
Yeah, exactly. Which is super nice. I was gonna say my sketch is on a different layer, so if I don't want to look at it anymore, I literally could turn it off and like.
Yep. Ooh,
Yeah, I
yeah.
know. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. But yeah.
Just freestyle it. Sorry, no more sketch layer.
I
You
know.
saw it already. It's in your head. You just gotta do it now. This is the
But
challenge.
right.
Yeah, I forgot to tell you. An hour in, you are forced to turn off your sketch layer, and you have
And
to
I'm
draw it
like,
from memory.
oh no. You're like,
Everybody
it's a
has to
fun
do
little
it.
challenge.
Yeah, this is how we do it on Adobe Live.
I like fairy wings because you literally like you can't do them wrong. They just
No,
are.
it's the beauty of fantasy in general. Is
Yeah.
can't really mess it up. And if people say you did, then
They're wrong.
they don't have a big enough imagination.
Yes.
That is the problem there.
Let's do this. She really likes hearts. Her cup has hearts. She's wearing heart earrings. So I figured her wings would have them too.
Ray has a very good question. Does Fresco auto save your drawings?
Yes, it does.
Okay, I was like, you gotta say.
No, it does. It auto saves to the cloud,
Cool.
which is super cool.
And that's the default setting for it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That is the default setting for it. So yeah, it's super cool. And then because it's in the cloud, if you wanted to move it to any other program, you could, which is really convenient, I think.
Right. Yeah. If you want to take into Illustrator or Photoshop afterwards, that is really, you can just grab it from the cloud, which is always awesome.
I'm trying to do the same thing that I did here, right here. And then let's see, maybe we'll do a little like.
Oh, that's nice.
I learned how to do these things because I actually used to be a full-time face painter. And so we would just do a bunch of designs. Yeah.
When were you doing that?
It was a few years ago when I worked at that theme park. I would paint faces.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Making a bunch of kids happy?
Yeah. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I like know how to paint like a tiger face on people in like 2 minutes.
Like, what happened to you? No, I painted another tiger face on me. It's only been like 2 minutes.
They're like, that's all they need.
Yeah.
That's all they need.
Yeah. They just come out of left field and next thing you know, tiger face.
Right.
I gotta go to work in 5 minutes. Yeah, it's tiger face.
It comes off with water, so just
yeah.
just wash it. It's fine.
Did you ever do face painting anywhere else? Was it only at the theme park?
I did it like a little bit, like this will sound weird at first, but I did it virtually for a little bit. And what it was that I would have like a face painting kit and the people online would have a face painting kit and I would like explain what to do the face paints.
Very cool. Kind of like a LED tutorial, like virtual tutorial and how to
do it.
That's really cool.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. I did these so loose. These are going to be my little blades of grass. There we go. And then maybe like that.
Nice.
You know how blades of grass have the little line in between them. I don't know about you, but I've studied blades of grass when I was in PE, and I didn't want to be doing anything else.
Like, no, I'm working here.
Right.
These
need to be inspected, actually. And then I'll do, I think this was supposed to be another mushroom, but like behind everything. And then I'll do another blade of grass right here. One peeking out from the hair. Cool. And then something I wanted to do on a layer above this one was map out where the flowers on her sleeve were.
Nice.
And like the butterflies. Very pretty. And then we'll do one right here. And another butterfly. And then I'm gonna actually add another layer just to do where the sheer top is.
Oh, I see. I was wondering, I was like, why is that butterfly coming off the arm? Okay, I see. It's like there's a overlap on it.
Yeah.
Makes sense now. Okay. You'd explained it, but I wasn't quite sure yet. I thought it was gonna be like a skin tight kind of.
Oh yeah, underneath they have like a skin tight shirt, but right here.
That makes sense.
The sheer tank, or not tank, but top. Oh wait, that actually has to be inside. Wow, look at her. Okay, cool. So now I'm gonna get rid of my sketchy sketch. Boop. Goodbye. And we're gonna color, and we'll color for the time that we have to color, and then anything that doesn't get done today, it will get done.
All right. Well, we've got about 40 minutes until we do the artist spotlight.
Cool.
Just so you know, Noah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and if you all are joining us right now, welcome. If you're on YouTube watching, welcome. If you're on Behance Live, thank you for joining us.
There we go.
Can always hop in chat, and there's an artist spotlight tab in the chat on Behance Live. Fill out the form, vote for yourself or vote for someone else that you want to see spotlighted on the show. It's really cool. We take a look at different artists every time and kind of hype up their art and hope that other people will go and follow them and you guys can connect. But yeah, this is exciting. We've got 40 minutes. We're gonna have anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes afterwards for just final touch-ups and wrapping up.
Cool.
So now, are you going to be using the same pen for the fill-in as well?
No, I'm going to be using the round vector brush to fill in everything. Do I have anything on this layer? No. I could, write down what I have on my layers, but why would I do that?
Yeah, whatever. Organizing layers, labeling. Yeah. This is free flow. We don't do
exactly. Thank you for understanding.
If you need to label your layers, do it.
I will. Yeah.
It can help people. Don't
It can.
Thankfully, you don't have too many. You don't have too many, so it's easy to navigate. But if you start going upwards of over 15 or 20 layers, you probably want to start layering them or start labeling them.
Agreed.
Nobody wants to
Don't
play
do as I
the
do.
clicking game, like on, off,
Yeah.
on, off. Where is it? I've done that
Exactly.
where I'm like, I'll go through the whole thing. I'm like, I don't know where it is. Like, how can I not find this layer? I can see which ones are on. Where,
Right.
what's
Yeah.
happening?
I've definitely done that before when there's like a random like dot or something, and I'm like,
Mhm.
I can't erase you. Like, what layer are you on?
Yeah.
And you
How
go
have
through
you
each one, and
made
you're
your,
like,
yeah. How did you find yourself on my paper? It is amazing. You're just like, I just don't get it. I don't get how it's here.
So what I just did was I threw the purple layer onto multiply, and then I brought down the opacity, and now I am throwing on some color. I'm kind of just outlining the part that I want to color, and then I'm just gonna fill it in. And what I like about it is that you can kind of see here is that wherever it was multiplied, it just becomes a darker version of that color.
Right.
And for me, I like that because I feel like it's not as harsh as having a black line, like black outline for my line work.
Yeah. And that's something that with cartooning and animation, you'll see a lot. And obviously back in the day when it was cell vinyl and stuff, they would just paint those lines darker colors, or sometimes even lighter color. If you have really dark colors, they would use lighter colors to accent the shapes. So it's definitely an old school style, but there's so many new ways to kind of achieve it. And so this is a cool one. I haven't seen this one.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I like this idea.
This is one of those ones that I learned from a like art TikTok.
Yeah, I'm such a precisionist that like this would be hard for me because I would want to make sure it would be perfectly on the line. So it's
right.
I just go and I lock the pixel layer and then choose a color for it, and then I'll go ahead and just manually do it. But this definitely is, yeah, it's like it's that, but that's why there's so many different ways to kind of achieve whatever look you're going for.
Totally. It's really cool. I also I used to shade like this, but then, and you'll see if like we get to the shading here, I found out that like instead of purple with multiply, when it comes to shading, I actually really like the like a dark blue and then color burning. Because I think that looks really cool. I like the way it plays with the colors. But yeah, that was like a recent thing that I was like, oh, this could be really cool.
Yeah, no, and it's fun too with the shadows too. You can kind of play with the opacity as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, the dark blue is nice because it kind of creates the cooler shadows. So if you have warm lighting, it's nice to have that cool shadow. That dark blue works really well.
Yeah. Playing around with lighting is so fun. There's like so many like overlays that you could play around with, and then like erase certain parts of it so that it only hits like certain places on the character. It's just like it's really fun to just experiment and play around, which like goes back to what I was talking about during our first stream, where I was like, you don't have to be perfect, especially if you are just sketching around. Just do whatever, you are learning. This is your time to just play around.
Yeah, completely. And you want to have fun. I mean,
yeah,
obviously, if it's your full-time job, or it can't always have lots of fun.
Yeah, but, agreed.
Especially with sketching, you want it to be enjoyable because especially if you do want to be a professional artist, you're going to be sketching a lot, and so you want to make it an experience that you can do often and find a lot of value in.
Yeah, agreed.
And also just to find a way to relax and do it, and not, find times to do it where it's not part of your job or it's not something you have to worry about. It's more of an exploration or therapy or catharsis or,
Yeah, something I get asked a lot is like, well, do you even like to draw anymore since you like do it for work? And I do. I really, really do, because I find ways to I find ways to draw just for fun, like purely for fun. And that's oh my gosh. There we go. That's what's like important, is that I like take time to be like, okay, today I'm not doing any commissions. I am just drawing because I really want to draw this thing,
Yeah. Yeah, you got to find time to make stuff for yourself.
Yeah. She's gonna have pink hair.
I like it. I like it with that the skin tone as well.
Yeah.
It's a good match.
Thank you. Cotton candy hair. All right, let's see.
Tammy Ailster says, "Oh my God, so cute."
Oh, thank you. Yeah, y'all picked a good one. This is really cute.
That was the last one, right? No, the iced coffee was the last one.
Yeah, the iced coffee was the last one.
It was close last. We almost didn't get to the dinosaur tea party.
I know.
What would have become of day 2?
Did you have one that you thought was gonna end up being done today?
What's that?
Did you have one of the prompts where you were like, maybe they'll pick this one? Like, did you have one that you had speculated we would be doing today?
No, I didn't know. I was going in with an open mind.
Nice.
I didn't want to make any decisions.
Yeah.
I wanted to just let it happen, because I would have had no idea that this was going to be a great surprise.
Okay, cool. That's awesome.
Hello, Sam. Welcome to the chat.
Hi, Sam.
And yes, it is a good morning, good afternoon, and good evening for all the people watching from all over the world. Thank you for joining us.
That's so cool.
And just a quick update, if you are just joining us, this is day 2 with Noa Aspen, and we are doing the final painting from a sketch that we did from our Pride prompts yesterday. Because guess what? This is Adobe Live Pride Week, which we're so excited to do this week. And we have a dinosaur tea party, people.
Yes.
This is what's happening right now. It's very exciting.
Here,
I've never seen one drawn before. So this is brand new art. I like it.
Yes. You sure? You've never just like seen someone draw lesbian
I have never seen someone
party?
draw a lesbian dinosaur tea party. I think this is a first for me. And it's kind of crazy because you see art all the time. And I just I don't think this is something I've seen drawn before.
I love that.
I mean, could you hashtag that? Hashtag.
I should. Let's just continue to make hashtags for each stream. We're like, yeah. All right, everyone, and hashtag lesbian dinosaur tea party. Show me yours. Okay.
Tammy was asking about the purple sketching. Tammy, if you just joined us, the purple sketching was all done in Adobe Fresco. Was that done with what brush was that?
That was with the taper vector brush. The
taper vector brush. And then Noah set it to a multiply setting. And so now as he is doing the undercolor, it is showing up through the purple and creating a nice darker shade of that color. So it's a very cool technique.
It's really fun. I enjoy using it. Oh, I was like, hello? There we go. There we go. You said you're a perfectionist, or what was the word that you used to describe yourself?
Like I said, precisionist.
Oh.
But perfectionist, I think, sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. I've developed a style, and a lot of my work is very fine-tuned.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of prep work, and I think just working with comics and working kind of really graphic illustration, but then also highly rendered concept art, you can go in really painterly, but the way that I do it, it's a lot of layers, it's a lot of prep work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of thought goes into all of it. So which the end result I love, but it can be tough and tedious, and but that's kind of anything that you want to do. It's not all processes are created equally, and
That's true.
Sometimes, depending on what you want the outcome to be, sometimes the process could be a little more complicated.
Yeah.
So but I mean, I love doing like this too. I love the loose kind of quirky too. I do that just as much in my free time.
I was gonna ask, I was like, does this stress you out?
Yes. Yes, all the time. It's so funny. It's like the imposter syndrome, where it's like, oh, they're hiring me because I made this piece of art, and you're like, can I make that again?
Yes.
It's like, I've been doing it for 10 years, but could I do it again? What if I mess up? What if I can't? What if I just choose the wrong things or make the wrong decisions? So I think that's doesn't matter how good you are. I think people struggle with that all the time. Just reminding yourself, why you're important, what your value is.
Yes.
And being confident in who you are in yourself, and what you can make and create. And so that can be tough, especially with being a creative. You're kind of always putting yourself out there, and I think sometimes that vulnerability can be stressful.
No, I definitely agree. I think that I remember, like, especially when I was drawing as a kid, and I would like draw something that I'd never drawn anything like that before, I would like look at it and I would be like, well, I can't do that again. Like that's never gonna come out that way.
That's a
again.
One-off. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was magic. It happened, and now it's gone.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I think that probably is one of the harder things about being a professional, is making sure you're consistent.
Yeah.
And and that's really most of the professional industries. It's your consistency is kind of what drives those. So that's what practice is for, and that's what the sketching is for, and that's why you want to have the fun while you're sketching and exploring.
Yes.
Because you might not be able to have as much fun on a project, or with guidelines and stuff. So it's always important to get that fun in, and to always be exploring, even if you're not getting paid for it. You want to make sure you're still doing it.
No, I absolutely agree. I think that's important. Let's see. Do I want to do like a moth? I think that looks pretty. Okay, let's do that. Okay, actually, I kind of want the teapot to be transparent.
Ooh.
So what I'm going to do is this. And then later I'm going to put an overlay on the teapot so that it distorts the color when it's going through the teapot.
Yes. Kind of similar to the purple line work, but it'll be more of like a probably. Or would you do a multiply, or it'd be more of like an opacity?
I literally do, like I change it to overlay. Yeah.
Overlay. Okay. Yeah.
I do the same thing with glasses. Nope, that's not where I wanted you to go. I wanted you to go here. Thank you. Oh, and then let's do the rest of her arm because you would be able to see it through the teapot.
Right. Ray Lancashire's asking, how many hours do you usually take to finish a drawing?
If I have all the time in the world, I usually take about 3 hours to finish a piece.
Okay.
And then like that's not including like any edits that like happen if like one of my clients is like, hey, can you change this color or add this,
Right.
But normally when I look back and I see how much time I take, it's usually around 3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it also depends on the complexity or how many characters there are.
Yes. Okay, something I wanted to do to make sure that I did before we end the stream is color the CHAInosaur.
The CHAInosaur, yes.
Mm-hmm. That has to happen.
Say T-Rex.
The T-Rex.
From the CHAInosaur family.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Okay. And then going down here. I actually think I want to do it backwards, but let me do this first. And then I'm going to change that to a darker one because then I want
the color.
Yeah. And then I want little dots. Actually, let me change the smoothing so that the circles come out. No, come back.
No.
A bit more circly. Sir. Right. It was so rude. It did it on purpose.
For the final 20 minutes, we will be trying to draw circles. It will be painful. It'll be yelling and screaming. None of them will look right.
Exactly.
Everything else has been carefree, but this part, total frustration.
You're like, so this is where you draw the line, Noah?
Yeah. I like this. I like this design.
Thank you.
It's very cute.
I want to give him some here.
So I'm feeling like this is the beginnings of some kind of illustrative children's story.
Right?
I mean, I think we got a good foundation here.
What would the story be about?
Oh, I mean, definitely some kind of fairy world. Maybe dinosaurs aren't the only mystical creatures that come into this.
Right.
I guess dinosaurs aren't mystical. They're real.
Okay, but
they just seem mystical. I guess a CHAInosaur is
CHAInosaur is mystical, and also we're specifically making dinosaurs that are tiny, like minuscule dinosaurs, right?
Yes. How small is this? Because there were some tiny dinosaurs out there. There were some little baby ones.
When I think of how small a fairy is, I don't think that there were any dinosaurs that tiny.
I know I'm like, maybe
maybe I can debunk this.
There were some tiny ones. I remember, like I said, my son we've been like deep diving into all the new findings. I know the Archaeopteryx is a very tiny one. It was like one of the first flying dinosaurs.
Aww.
Flying reptiles.
Wrong.
I feel like there was one that was like the size of a flying squirrel or something.
Okay, these are definitely smaller than a flying squirrel because fairies are like this big.
Oh wait, I'm gonna go by the mushroom. Okay, now
Yeah,
there's at
yeah,
that
yeah.
scale. They're inside the
They're
blades of
like, look,
grass.
yeah,
Come
I was
on,
gonna say, look at
Chris,
how big those blades of
get it
grass
together.
are.
Okay, so I was right. So we're just going back to I was right. These are mythical
Mystical,
dinosaurs.
right, right.
Mystical, mythical.
Either
Yeah,
way in this argument, you're going to be
yeah.
able to be like,
Everything's
so I was
fine. I should
correct.
stop. Should just stop arguing with myself. It's embarrassing.
Does chat have anything to say about how big the dinosaurs are?
Chat, how big are these dinosaurs? Let's hear it. How big are these fairies? Maybe those grass blades and those mushrooms are
It's
huge.
like tall grass.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Maybe somebody was using
Maybe
way too many chemicals in their grass or too much fertilizer. Just
maybe I misled everyone.
yeah, it's the scaling's all off.
You're like, why didn't you think of the scaling when you started this?
Should have put something in there from real world other than grass and mushrooms. Maybe a pencil.
I like throw a pencil in the background like a skyscraper.
Yeah. Well, it's 10:45, 10:46 Pacific Standard Time AM, and we've got about 15 minutes left before we do the artist spotlight, which is super fun. If you're in the chat right now, if you're joining us on Behance Live, you'll see above the chat there's an artist spotlight tab. Go ahead and click that, fill out the form. You can nominate yourself, you can nominate somebody else that you want to see spotlighted on this episode, or sorry, on Adobe Live, not this episode, we've already chosen. But it's really fun, it's exciting. We get to hype an artist. Hopefully everyone will go follow that artist, but it's just cool to see art that maybe you normally wouldn't see. So I always like the art spotlight. So go ahead, it's in the chat. You can see the tab, fill it out, and nominate yourself or someone else. And also just a reminder to everybody, it's Adobe Live Pride Week. We're here with Noa Aspen. This is day 2. We are doing the final lines and colors on our lesbian dinosaur tea party. We've got a T-Rex
and a CHAInosaur, yeah. CHAInosaur.
So I don't think we'll get to the end of it, but I know Noah is going to finish it either in a stream, no matter what, post it on social media, on Instagram. And Noah, what's your Instagram handle again, so everybody knows?
Yeah, my Instagram is aspen.aspirations, and that's also the same for my Twitch.
Perfect.
If I end up streaming this, yeah.
And if you get the Behance, you could live stream on Behance. We got live streaming, which is really cool. And you can use any kind of third-party software. I know if you go into Behance's live streaming, they have a lot of tutorials and things to explain to you how to use that. I've done it. It's really cool. A newer feature, not super new, but it's something that's really cool. And also remember, if everyone didn't see the beginning of this, this is all going to be archived, so you can go back, you can watch it from day 1 all the way from the prompts and the sketches to where we're at now. So please don't panic if you didn't catch everything. You can always go back and watch it, which is awesome.
Yes. Do you ever go back and like watch yourself? You're like, how did I do?
I've watched a few. It's kind of tough.
Really?
Listen. Well, it's just hard to. Maybe I shouldn't say, I don't enjoy listening to myself that much. No, I usually I'll go back and look to just kind of make sure that you can hear me and sometimes during the duration of a stream, sometimes you can start to mumble, or your sound can be off, or you're staring at the ground. So I think sometimes I'll go back and check and just be like, okay, how'd I do? But other times too, I mean, we've had some really fun artists, and so it's also fun to go back and be like, oh man, I remember we did that thing and it was fun to check out. So
oh my gosh, look at him.
He's really cute.
He's just a CHAInosaur.
Is this the cutest dinosaur you've ever drawn?
I think so.
All right.
It was a really good idea, Wade.
Good job, Wade. Yeah, maybe if I whisper for the rest of the.
It'll be like
don't do that,
ASMR.
yeah, this is now an AMSR show. Turn up the volume.
Maybe take a nap. Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I did not.
Get those headphones on.
All right, let me change this back to a round brush because I think that's
it would just be us pouring tea into a cup. That would
yes.
Taking small sips.
I remember when ASMR like first came out and everyone was like listening to like people like eat pickles and stuff, and I was like, no.
Why?
I don't want to hear people crunching.
Oh no, I'm an ocean waves kind of guy. Something. Actually, my kids, let's see, they have a sound machine. They have like the falling rain, which is really nice. That is enjoyable.
No, that sounds nice. Oh wait, did I do anything? There we go. I like the thunderstorm sounds, and I also like what's it called? Oh, fireplace. There we go.
Ooh,
I like
yes,
fireplaces.
Crackling of the fireplace.
Yes. Oh,
it's very enjoyable.
I feel like there's edit.
Ray does bring up a good point.
What?
We need cake.
We do need cake.
You know what, Ray? Maybe, just maybe, there's room on the table for cake.
I think there is.
We'll have to just wait and see. But,
I actually think that there is room for cake on the table.
It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea.
Okay, that was wrong. That wasn't what I wanted to do. There we go. Oh, and then what I did want to do was fill this up with black. Yay.
There we go.
Oh my gosh. Amazing. I do think there's room for cake on the table. The thing that I would want to do is take this off of multiply, bring it up, and make sure that I'm using the same color to draw the cake that I used for the rest of my line work.
Are we getting a cake right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Noah.
Of course.
Fearless.
I got
it. Ask and ye shall receive.
Yes. Let's see.
Ray, it's your lucky day. You're getting a cake. You're getting a cake, Ray.
That's what this is all about.
No, I love it. I'm glad that there was an element today that was suggested by the chat.
Yeah. Wait, let me go like this. Yeah. And then I'm gonna. It's like you're eating it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yummy cake.
And then I'm gonna go back to this.
What kind of cake is this gonna be? That's the real question.
That's true. Come on, chat. What kind of cake?
See, I am fond of carrot cake.
Oh yeah.
I love cheesecake.
I love cheesecake. That was wrong. Kind of looks like cheese right now.
Maybe we get some suggestions from the chat.
Yeah, that's what
What is everybody's favorite cake? What would you like to see at this dinosaur tea party? Taylor says raspberry cheesecake.
Ooh.
This is gonna be. It's still kind of early here. My wife's gonna see me like, "Are you eating cake?"
Right.
Like,
we were talking about it.
Yeah, it was a hard 2-hour stream, and I wanted some cake.
Like,
all I got
really
to drink
rough.
was water for 2 hours. Didn't have breakfast. I just want some cake.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Jack Watson says, "I love all cake," which, as you should.
You should.
Cake is wonderful. Let's see, Clever Devlin, Black Forest cake. That's amazing. I don't know if I've had that before.
Yeah, it's like it's a really nice
chocolate?
Yeah.
Like a dark chocolate or
yeah.
I'm a big dark chocolate fan. Let's see what else we got here. Chocolate cake, cheesecake with cherries. Nice.
Cheesecake with cherries.
Yeah, Ray, who made the cake suggestion in the beginning, is coming in with chocolate cake.
Nice.
That actually would go nicely with the color scheme we got going on here.
That's true.
Jack Watson also suggests sprinkles on a funfetti cake.
Oh, funfetti is cute.
Could also be a good choice.
Yeah, for the color palette.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed. Right. Thank you.
Got a little more than 3 minutes left before we switch over to the spotlight. No.
Okay.
So you know.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. This has been fun.
Look at us.
I know.
Look at us appreciating each other. Here we go.
I've enjoyed the stream. And,
I have too.
You know, I always hope I make it a little bit more enjoyable for the guest.
Yeah. Tell him, chat.
You're doing all the hard work. I'm just sitting here judging.
You're like, this stresses me out.
Yeah. Oh no, don't do that. Oh god. Oh. No, it's actually nice being on the other side sometimes.
Yeah.
Much less stress.
I haven't felt stressed. This has just been fun for me. I like hearing people's suggestions. I like that there's no pressure. And I like that you get to like meet new people. It's really cool.
No, this has been great. This has been really fun. And anytime cake is suggested during a stream, it's always a good sign.
Right. Cake
and dinosaurs, lesbians, cakes, dinosaurs, always a good stream.
Yes. Wow, adorable. Look at that cake.
There we go.
It's like multiply and then lower the opacity a bit. Wow. Okay. So I just finished the CHAInosaur. I was able to finish this person right here. I have like 1 more minute. I want to show you something that I like to do when I am like finishing up something. I like to add highlight. So I go to like a yellow and then I do like a little highlight on the nose, like right here, on the cheeks, like that. And then I will change it to overlay. And then I make it as like soft as I want to. And then she has like little highlights. And then I do, oh, there we go. I do similar things as I did with the line work. I do that to make blush. And I, again, as I talked about earlier, I use like a dark blue to make the shadows, and then I'll change it to color burn, which is right here.
Yeah, and we have after the spotlight, we'll have like probably another 5-10 minutes. So if you
I could
want to
show those
do a
things.
little bit of the shadow afterwards, yeah, that'd be great.
Oh, yeah, awesome.
All right, well, cool. I think it is now 11 o'clock here. So we're an hour and a half in, and I think we are going to switch over to the artist spotlight. Very excited.
This is our artist spotlight for today.
Yeah. And Noah, I believe that you know this artist. Is that correct?
I do. This is Jay. They are one of my very good art friends. They make these beautiful, like realistic pieces, but they also play around with texture so much. They are also a queer trans artist. They use he, they pronouns. And they use a laptop to draw, and they just use the trackpad and they use their finger, which is so cool.
So cool. That is easily my favorite part.
Yeah.
Because these are so detailed and obviously from all grabbed from what looks like movie stills, production shots. But yeah, I mean, it just goes to show that it's really about shape and color and value. Because look how crazy that is in there.
Right?
It's a wild mess.
And I love so it. Cool.
Yeah, I mean, look at all the different brushes, all the different kinds of strokes, and everything's being done with their finger, right? Just on this trackpad. Oops, sorry, which is crazy. But then you pull out, and then you've got, this whole picture.
yeah, you pull out, and then you're like, wow, like this looks so like it looks so smooth, I feel like, when you're far away, and then when you zoom in, you're like, oh, it's shapes, you know?
Yeah, there's so much. Yeah, exactly.
I think
it doesn't, but
cool.
There's so much going on, but it doesn't detract at all from the image as a whole.
Yes. I also want to take a look at this. It's from the TV show Hannibal.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. It's an intense show.
When they do hair, it's like purely just like different types of brushes.
Yeah, it's wild. This is why I love digital as well. I feel like you can really go crazy with the brush styles.
Yeah, it's super cool. I really like how they don't spend a lot of time blending, but they know what values need to be in places so that your eye is like, this is a hand, you know?
Right. And actually, you know, the fact that they're using production stills and shots from film and TV shows, the people that are behind that are creating these shots, this is their job. I mean, they're already creating these wonderfully beautiful cinematic palettes. So it's a great place to study.
Right.
And so obviously Jay's taking it up a notch and taking these great palettes, and then really it's the textures I think that shine the most. I mean, the colors are obviously beautiful, but I think without those textures, it's just not as special. And like, I mean, just the way that where they put everything, it's really cool.
Yeah, and like the colors that they use, like the shadow is just pure blue, you know?
Yeah.
And there's like, yeah, go ahead.
Oh no, Wade was right too. It's let your eye do the blending and the hard work. And it's true, our brains do it for us. It's like we naturally just want to blend those things anyways. So it really is cool.
Yeah, it reminds me of like how if you just show like half of a word, like the top half or the bottom half of a word, usually your brain like can fill in the rest of it, you know?
Right.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool. Look at these hands.
Yeah, these are really fun to zoom in on. Well, and like we were saying earlier, it's kind of capturing that energy from the sketch, right?
Yes, yeah.
And
Like
this
there's
one, it's like it never
movement.
ends. There's the energy's throughout the entire process, it looks
Yes.
like. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that there's movement. Something that we used to do because we have such wildly different art styles is that I would draw something in like my like stylized cartoony way. And then they would come in and they would draw that character as if like in their style. So like I feel like they literally would breathe life into my characters, which was
It's
so
very
cool.
Collaboration is always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are really, really beautiful.
Yeah, the fire is very cool. That's where like they used more blending in it.
Right, but it's just, it all makes sense. There's not any place where I'm like, they shouldn't have done that. Or, you know, it's like,
like
it's
even in the background.
Yeah, I think having those blurred backgrounds help a lot. Really,
Yeah.
You're able to kind of focus on all the heavy texture that's going on in the foreground.
Yeah, and they do this with Photoshop, is something I also wanted to mention.
Yes.
There's a black and white piece, which is just pure value.
Yeah. These are great.
So cool. Do you want to look at another piece?
Why don't we do one more and then we can get back to finishing up your painting.
Sounds good to me. Want to zoom in on this really quick. There's a cool like challenge that I've been seeing online where people will draw in grayscale, which like not everyone does, especially if you don't go to art school, you know. And so it's just cool to see how people are like just learning how to use value to create their pieces.
Yeah. Gosh, these are really cool.
So cool, the little splatters.
So if you thought drawing on a tablet was hard,
right?
try a
laptop.
Yeah.
Try a laptop trackpad.
Holy cow.
There's like little like dots for the skin.
These really are cool.
Yeah. So cool. All the like if I'm just here, it just is a bunch of brush strokes, which is
it's still this kind of beautiful abstract, you know, painting.
Yeah. So
very,
cool.
very, very cool.
Yay. So yeah, Jay Mateo.
Jay, your work is amazing.
Yes.
So exciting to have you on the spotlight. And again, if you want to spotlight somebody or spotlight yourself, there's an artist spotlight tab. It's in the chat. If you look just right up and to the right, fill out the form, nominate yourself, nominate someone else so we can hype them, get people to follow them. Well, cool. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Noah.
Yeah.
And thank you, Jay, for all the incredible artwork.
Yeah, so cool. Adobe said, I thought you were done.
We still got a little bit of time.
Yes.
A little bit of time.
Fresco said, oh, I was
yeah, it's like
work. Sorry.
I can't load that.
Alrighty. So I want to show
about 10 minutes left. So let's see what we can do.
Cool. I want to show how I do some of like my shading and my blush. So for blush, I do similarly to like with the multiply, but I actually bring it more onto the pinkish side. And I'm putting it, let me make sure. Okay, I want it underneath.
Okay.
My highlight. And I'm gonna do just little circles. Boop.
No.
I like keep doing that. She was pink. Listen, that's not a bad thing. I actually want it going around that. Okay, let me add this in, and then I'm gonna do a little, because her nose rings would not have blush on them. Sometimes I also like to add them to the elbows because I just think it looks very cute. And then I also can add it to their little ears. And then I'm going to change it to multiply. So this is what it looks like right now. It darkens it, and then I find where I would like her blush to look. And that is how I do blush. And then I'm going to go on top of that and also on top of my highlights and add a layer.
Okay.
And I'm gonna grab a dark blue color. And then that's when I'm gonna start doing my shadows. Oh, there we go. I have to actually lower that smoothing back down. And I just kind of, I do it wherever I want it to be. I don't really, I don't get too stressed about where my shadows are, as long as I know that maybe I've decided my light source is like right here or something. I try to keep that consistent, but especially with like hair, I just kind of draw whatever curls I want to, and then I will just drop the color in. And then I will do it over here. Maybe she goes like that.
Taylor's saying that's a cool way of doing the shadowing and blush.
Thank you. Thanks, Taylor. Then I'm gonna drop that in. Where I have creases, I'll usually add something. I might actually add some here. I think I told you yesterday that sometimes I add too much shadow and then I like look at it after. I'm like, okay.
Right. Like, go back and edit, take away.
Yeah. And then I add some onto the face as well. I have some on my eyebrows. I'm gonna have it come down and over. But I also want it to go around the eye. And yeah, you can always add shadow, take away shadow. I'm just doing it kind of quick right now because I want to
when it's on its own layer, so it's easy to kind of add and take away without messing with anything else.
Exactly. Oh, that's an eraser. There we go. And then under the hand. And I'm gonna add in this. And then I'm gonna do a little bit right here. And then I'll stop there for now so that I can show you what it looks like. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna stop there. I'm actually going to add some to this bandana.
It's okay, get it in. We got 5 more minutes.
Okay, okay. I can make it look the way that I want it to.
If you want to do the shadow on her, I'm sure you could probably get it done.
Okay, let's see. Right here. And then I'm gonna drop that color in. Okay, I think I'm getting happy with this.
All right.
And then what I'm gonna do is go to color burn in the layer properties. And then I'm going to lower the opacity until I have a shadow that I like. And I want to keep the shadow pretty light just for the purposes of this piece. Oh, I also would like to give her lips a little bit of color.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, so adding some color. I like to make the top and bottom lips different colors. And I usually like to make the top lip a darker color than the bottom lip. So.
Right. Yeah, it's usually done a lot stylistically because your top lip is usually catching shadow and then your bottom lip is catching the light. And so
right.
Sometimes it's nice to just kind of do that two-tone.
Yeah. And then she's cute and look at her cute. And I love her.
Very content.
Yeah. If I have like a few more seconds, I also want to add.
Yeah, you've got about 3 minutes before we start wrapping up. So.
I want to add some color to this bracelet. Oh wow, they got so tiny. Add some highlight here. Yes. And then put an overlay on that. Boop, boop. That's literally overlay. And lower that just a little bit. And then even on top of that, I want to add some highlights, but I just wanted them to have a different opacity than the ones on the earrings. And maybe even more on the pink side. But I wanted to do some hair highlights.
Taylor, just wanted to say thank you. Love your style. And thanks again for, it says fun 2 lives, which I'm assuming means 2 live streams.
Yeah. Glad you lived 2 lives. Thank you, Taylor. I'm glad that you came to both of them.
Yes.
Yeah, I appreciate everyone who came to these. This was really fun. This was my first time going live with Adobe, and like I hope it's not my last because it was really, really fun.
Yeah, it was a real joy having you here.
Yeah.
I mean, well, this is probably the least stressful one, and everything was just like super fun.
Yay! I'm glad.
Yeah. This is a really good time. Tammy says, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, I'm happy that I got to show my art in a wider platform than I usually get to.
Yeah, definitely. And that's, and I think that's why Adobe Live is so cool, and people get to come tune in from all over the world for free and check it out and kind of learn. And I don't know, it's like I
really
said, it's
cool.
like you never know who's going to be next and who's going to show their work, and what kind of interesting things you might learn, or new tricks. I think that's a big thing, right? Like
the
new
new
little
tricks.
Like, oh,
yes.
Never thought about it that way.
Yeah, those are valuable.
Well, if you can find a stopping point.
Yeah, this is it.
And okay, this is it. All right, so let's do a quick recap of a day one and all the way to where we're at.
All right, so day one, we had our prompts. They were originally covered up, which you can see if I turn back on. They were all covered up like that. We unveiled them one by one by the chat suggestion, and we were drawing them in our prompt documents. We got through a good chunk of them. I love a lot of these, and I think I'll probably end up finalizing more than one of them.
I was going to say, you got some good ideas. You got some good ideas.
And then I put it in my Instagram for a vote to see which one we would work on today. And we chose the lesbian dinosaur tea party. The lesbians are fairies. The dinosaurs are tiny. There are mushrooms in the background. And one of the dinosaurs is a CHAInosaur. And the other one is a the what? It has to be a T-Rex and the CHAInosaur at the same time. So, yes.
They could both be CHAInosaurs.
They can both be CHAInosaurs. That is true. That is true. Yes. And so this is what we got done today.
I think we got pretty far.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Especially since it was mostly sketching the first day. So
yes.
Yeah. Well, I would say successful 2 days.
Yeah.
This is great for me to be a part of this Adobe Live Pride Week and to have you, Noa Aspen, on here. Again, Instagram handle really quick for us, just so everybody hears it one more time.
Yeah, that's aspen.aspirations.
So check out Noah's work. Hopefully, if you didn't see all of the stream, go back, check out day one, follow along, and then day two, you can see where we got today. As always, thank you so much for coming by. You can stick around for a Pride-themed week of creative challenges with Andrew Hockrattle, followed by how to build an e-commerce mobile app in XD with Brandon Gross. Thank you so much for everybody for coming by. I hope you guys enjoyed this artist spotlight. Hope you enjoyed Noah's art. Yeah, thank you so much. We'll see you again soon, and stick around. There's more content to come. All right, bye everyone.
Bye.